Hi, mathematicians. I'm going to go over our assignment in our lesson today. I'm going to show you some of the directions on this page and give you a few reminders before you get started. First off, this sheet is called the Unit 9 Open Response Assessment. And usually, if we were still at school together, the teachers would be using this to sort of assess what you know about number grid patterns. However, I don't want you to be nervous. This is not an assessment. This is still just a regular seesaw activity. This is at the very end of the first grade everyday math book. So congratulations, you've made it to the end of first grade math for the most part. And when the first grade teacher saw this page, we just thought it was such a great way to see what you've learned in our seesaw lessons that we decided to use it, even though usually we would save it for when you're in class with us, like a regular assessment. But this is just still a regular math activity and a regular math lesson. So I'm going to read the directions. We're going to look at this number grid puzzle together, and then I'm going to show you a couple of things that will help you, especially with the explanation at the bottom. So this is a first grade student named Deena, and she is doing a number grid puzzle. And so it says, Deena filled in the number grid puzzle, finish the puzzle, and find her mistake. So somewhere in here, these numbers that are already written down, Deena's having a problem. She's made a mistake and she's a little bit stuck. So this says, cross out her mistake and write the correct number. So we have a part of a hundreds grid, a number grid puzzle. We have 37, 47, 67, and 78. One of these four numbers that's been typed in here by the computer is Deena's mistake. So you will cross out one of these and write the correct answer just kind of next to it to the side, and then fill in the rest of the grid, the rest of the blanks. Then you're going to explain how you used patterns in the number grid to correct Deena's mistake. And down here, your first grade teachers want to see words and numbers, and we want to see your math thinking. So a few reminders before you get started. We've talked about this before when we did a lesson about number grid puzzles. There are columns. Do that with me. They go up and down. Column. And then there are rows. Those go left to right, or sometimes people would say side to side. Say that with me. Row. Remember, when we're using a column and noticing patterns, we're counting up and down by tens. So all of the numbers in the column have the same ones digit. We also talked about having 10 friends in a column, so hopefully you remember what that means. Then we have rows, where we count up or down by ones. So all of the numbers in a row, except for the last one at the very end, because remember that one kind of breaks the rules, these should all have the same tens digit. We're going to try on this assignment to not use a hundreds chart. That's not because it's a test or an assessment. I don't want this word to scare you. That's because we want to try to challenge ourselves. It's the very end of first grade. We've been doing online lessons for a long time, and we've been doing math lessons for a long time, and your teachers and your parents want to see what you know. So try to do this without a hundreds chart to see if you can figure it out. Then, at this bottom section, when you do some explaining, we want to see words. You might use words like the pattern that you notice. You might talk about what digits are in the tens place and ones place when you caught Deena's mistake. You might talk about certain digits. You might notice what's left and right or above and below something else that's in this number grid puzzle. So I'm going to leave these reminders here in case you need to look at them during your work. You can pause the video. And good luck, mathematicians. We can't wait to see you try this open response for the very end of first grade.